How to what?
Relisted it again,
Oh, yeah.
or local.
No, that's really.
Local, they're only using maximum of 4 cans.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
we used it.
Yes, I it definitely would be.
Were we able to get those things to swap over to the lower EVI concept?
No, I.
Okay, so
Because I needed. Or no, yeah, we did find the remote.
yeah, well,
Yeah, we just
we found on
Jesus.
remote, which
Fox
should
News. Assuming that was Bob watching Fox News.
Yeah, but the thing is, we're running any cast standard on local,
Yeah, that's true.
so it would take actually 3 or 4 cameras.
Yeah, yeah, that, yeah, we're running 720p. That'll work fine.
Okay. So
I just, it kind of pisses me off that it's billed as being able to do 41080p cams and it can't, but kind of.
yeah, I'm like, this is bullshit.
That doesn't make me happy.
It's 1080p, what, 28 or something like that, not 60. Yeah.
29.97.
Yeah. It's only, it can't do 60.
Yeah.
Actually, it can only do 30. And the natural thing of the AVI
Okay,
process.
so
yeah.
one thing you should be clear on: never use 30 or 60 in the U.S.
It's me.
Yes.
In our nice dream delay. This just mutes the stream.
Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Bling bling bling. This when I do that. It's working fine. Then I should come back in as the active speaker, but I'm not seeing myself. Why am I not seeing myself? Check 1 2, check 1 2. Over there. Can you go mute that? Well, yeah, I haven't metered out the mic at all. I'm right on it. But this Zoom should be seeing me as the active speaker. And it's not.
Yeah. Like aspect of it, $1 million to divert $1 billion.
So the Zoom switch for when we're in Zoom, even though for some reason it's not taking me as an active speaker view, I don't know why, even though I'm talking, and I'm pretty sure this thing.
James,
Oh, it's muted. Check 1 2. There it is.
well, I actually could have apparently.
Well, that's right, you said you could.
Yeah,
but
you
didn't.
Yeah. Well, because it stops. Then I would have to rewrite it.
I learned this when I
Although
voted for
guess
Obama.
Probably I could have. Yeah.
Okay, so now it's working properly because it turns out if you mute Zoom, it doesn't work right. Now this guy.
One of the ones you got from Tesla?
Which one? No, that's the one we use for testing.
Oh,
It's from his
oh,
desk.
oh, right. Yes, yes.
Okay, so
That was GS308 for some reason.
hello. Is it muted again? Did I mute this? I don't think I did. No, it's good. It's coming through. But that's on too. Mute that. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. What is my video? Go to webcam. Oh, this one isn't set to see myself as the active speaker while speaking. It should be seeing. There we go. There we go. Okay.
The autofocus, I've been trying to figure out the autofocus algorithm on the.
It's
a little
very
odd.
fucky, very
Yeah.
fucky. And what we've started doing is using the autofocus lock to stop it doing that.
The joystick has fucking awesome control over
I love this
autofocus.
thing. Yeah, we have to. We literally the last minute because we had those giant windows in that shitty room. But you just every auditor is like fuzz, and there is a setting I was reading about where you can set how often it tries to autofocus.
Oh, yeah.
So we could probably adjust that.
Yep.
So anyway, this is on right now. Okay, so right now I'm the active speaker in Zoom, and this is what I'm seeing. Blah blah blah.
I realize that most people don't have to manage 25 camera fleet of these, but I really wish BirdDog had some better manageability tools.
Exactly.
Because every change we make, we have to go in on 25 cameras and replicate it. It's kind of,
That could become 40.
yeah, no, exactly. It turns into kind of a,
So interestingly, it's not video looping, even though I've got Zoom as my active line.
Days is scarcely gone.
What are we talking?
eight?
What are we talking about?
Oh, said 40, so 8 full state kits
Uh,
is what we're aiming for now?
I thought it was 7.
Well, I was actually thinking about buying another 20 at this price because we're only gonna
Oh.
get to the price for us.
Yeah, okay,
And
yes.
we could actually turn around and sell off.
Yeah, at a higher price.
Yeah, and make a buck. on
Yeah.
that.
You might want to do it. Then.
And it
Yeah,
would
well,
look good
so-
on capital investment should.
Yeah, will yeah.
Yeah.
to
Well,
do
and
that.
to keep our kits more consistent, which is always a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking of pulling
The 4 News.
the others off of the TriCasters though, and just leave those kits pretty much the way they are.
Yeah, but
Uh.
I think, so the idea we're kind of aiming for is to move TriCasters down to local with
As we move forward.
As their full.
local
kits,
or,
And then replace.
Fox,
state with
because I
these.
mean, we got a place where we got 9 fucking states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't got the crew, but.
Not currently.
No, I just mean, I
That's
want
the
like
next thing
our,
we gotta fucking tackle.
ideally, I want at least the 5 main state kits to be this and VMix, I think is a good.
I have a guy, I'd like to bring in, young guy, pretty intelligent, not the one I was talking to just now. Yeah, but decent mind. So we'll see about him. I'll bring him, let you talk to him first.
Brains are important.
Uh,
That way I can eat them in the zombie apocalypse.
That's right. Number 1. I'm just gonna get infected right away.
all right. I am thinking still of 2 more fucking bands. I just gotta get, everything takes a fucking focus. It's like. All right, so I'll shop out a week to get 2 vans.
There you go.
And it's like, I try to get it running
What's that legal?
co-linearly, but it
Legal
doesn't
what?
fucking work
Shit,
well
that was slow.
because he finds one and I miss that email and
You can
half an hour
see
later I missed it, you know.
Have you talked to Katie about Adderall?
Yeah.
It's legal meth. Yeah, there you go. What, so, but CJ, just real quick to jump in on this.
I actually added a shot to my 3-shot.
Look at my arm, I got 3 of them, and they all move at different levels.
Yeah.
Trippy. So when someone in Zoom is speaking, we're taking them on the camera, we just hit the button.
Did you ever look at that herb I told you about, Myroxylin indica? I should send that to you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
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 It feels like Adderall, but with, herb.
Uh-huh.
I set my input mix to cam 5 and output. So if at any other time, it's whatever we want the room to see, we would just want the regular output going everywhere, it's output. But when someone in Zoom is talking in the room, you just hit Zoom switch, boom. Okay, and and it takes it off of our main out, which is Zoom, because we're recording and streaming that. We don't want Zoom to see that because it's themselves.
Yes.
It's just a simple crossover switch, and boom, now you're seeing cam 5 only.
Yep.
Which is what they'd be seeing anyway with the way we route things.
Sure.
So I don't see that as a huge deal, but of course, this only comes into play. It does and does not come into play. The dependency of it entirely is on if we're doing a Zoom endpoint, in which case we can't stream and record from vMix because we're not bringing in the Zoom with thing in it, unless of course we're just sending it out on like another input, recording and sending out that
Yeah,
channel.
Now,
You-
run that by me again?
If we're not,
This is
so
where I
we
had
can
to go get a 4-shot espresso this afternoon,
Yeah.
because he was trying to
okay,
get this into my head.
so desktop capture has Zoom.
Mhm.
Zoom obviously is accepting my feed from vMix.
Yes.
So we will either have to, for our actual streaming and recording,
Mhm.
only record that output.
Yes.
Okay, which is that what you were planning to do?
That would make the most sense to me. Because that's what we do right now is our final output.
Yeah,
so-
it's Zoom. Yeah. And I'd like to,
Why are you
mine,
calling that 5 though? That actually is fucking with my head.
okay,
Because
6,
we've
exactly,
got 5
6.
cameras up.
Sorry, it's number 6.
Okay.
It's number 6. 6 is the Zoom screen. So at that point, you just never take Zoom up here in your output. You're only playing with the first 5.
Yeah.
And you could put it over here and you can even close up the tab so people don't
Yeah,
fuck with it.
I
Yeah.
don't want our text to be doing the switch from in-room to Zoom. That's,
Okay.
I mean, that strikes me as adding human error where there doesn't need to be any human error.
Oh, well, and that's the thing. Well, it's, go ahead.
No, actually, the way you explained one way earlier, I thought that couldn't happen.
Well, yeah, no, if you're doing a direct, I showed him earlier, a direct TriCaster replacement, which is just having the 5 camera inputs, your bottom third and hitting the full screen button.
Yeah.
That's just a direct TriCaster replace.
Yeah.
There's no chance of any crossover.
Well,
the-
that's yes, exactly.
But you
It's-
had
this
one
is
where-
performing the functions of both the TriCaster and
Yeah, the boardroom,
boardroom,
the
yeah.
boardroom and the streamer.
yes.
Okay, so Zoom host is still in the mix.
Mhm.
That's never, we should always have that.
Yeah,
Because,
just for
so that way you're not
manageability.
catching your changes on the screen and all that shit. You should still have a Zoom host running.
Yeah.
But that, you can still eliminate it, but it's the understanding that what you're recording is down here and not being really what is over here. So it's, I mean, it is and it isn't. But at the same time, I'd like to find a way, if that's gonna be what we do, yes, it can put in human error, but I'm A competent switcher wouldn't have the issue. The issue is specifically,
I'm really not. I'm not getting where you think an issue is going to be coming in because we're really doing exactly the same wiring as a normal system.
it is,
yes,
okay, yes. Let me
but
throw something in there.
except in VMix.
Well, yes, okay, but again, that needs to be sent to the output, we just need to select that as the output for the stream. We're
Yeah.
input 6 would be our stream and our
Yeah.
recording 6 and streaming 6. Now, here's the problem.
Yeah,
It's still just recording Zoom, so
Yes.
anything we still put in this window,
Mhm.
someone talks on Zoom, boom, it's gone.
Um,
Because speaker view setting on the type of thing, it's gone immediately. Yeah, like Daniel Zingel, we had our credits running in Zoom with that thing. And then he's like, bye, everybody, and then it's gone, because
Yeah.
that's our picture running into Zoom, and for final recording,
Okay.
I like having the plate setting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's the only real rub for me, is like, if we can't meter that out, that's fine, but I feel like we can with two understandings, one of which is.
Why don't we use two external outputs on different mixes?
I do.
Okay.
I am, like, I use one, when I did the last meeting, I sent the Zoom solely to be the room monitor.
Mhm.
Okay, and I just did an XSplit recording of Zoom like we always do for that meeting, because we had very limited latency, and I was also training someone how to do this stuff, so I didn't want to be like, if I was doing it myself, I could do this myself this way with no problems.
Mhm.
And we had DSC, Ask Bob, was almost flawless, okay? Where we had troubles with that stupid backlit key bullshit, they wanted the guy on screen the entire time, like, yes, it's vague, but he doesn't need to be on screen physically literally the entire time.
Mhm.
It says when technologically impractical, it's fine not to be there. So if we're doing a presentation, say, he doesn't necessarily have to be on the screen. Hey, guys, just like, no, he can
Sure.
be hidden during that moment. But the lawyers were like, no, he's beyond at all times. So it was like,
Sure.
okay, gallery view that shit on the side, whatever.
Mhm.
It was fine. We got it done. But I almost want to make sure we're moving forward. At the same time, we're trying to mimic what we're doing. I want to see us take a step and get stronger at the same time. Let me
Yeah.
say that. With the way this is set, which I'm not planning to force people to do,
Hmm.
but I want to start teaching it as a modality. They're like, if you can do this, you can
Yeah.
do anything. And understand what the actual process of video switching is, that you would be picking them, not Zoom.
Yeah, we do need to. Yeah, that might actually be conceptually simpler for people to understand, thinking about it.
Yeah.
So what's the downside?
The downside is that, much like any idiot move of a switcher, if somebody's half asleep at the switch, somebody on Zoom starts talking,
It's not gonna get taken.
they don't hit the take button. Much like any person sitting in the room, they leave it on the fucking wide shot because they're yawning or scratching their balls or doing taking a phone call from an angry Puerto Rican girlfriend about why she doesn't love her as much anymore. And that's never happened, clearly.
If we had teams of crack switchers, like if we had 7 people who were fucking amazing at switching,
I'd say we have 4.5.
yeah, see, that's.
Okay,
kind of
well,
the problem,
actually,
right?
let's make a list. Hank,
Mhm.
but he's a lead, so that's troublesome.
Yeah.
Travis is a good switcher, but he prefers not to.
He's a lead now. That's
And he's a
one
lead,
thing
he's a
we-
lead, same thing. So a lot of our best switch.
I didn't switch for all those fucking Anycast
Yeah,
years.
sure.
That was
Anyway,
when I
Yeah.
fucking stopped.
Yeah, yeah.
if we can get,
Because it was.
Yeah, I
managing
don't-
The rest of
I
it.
don't think Chris Daly is willing to do state work. Because
I don't-
kids and being out of town.
I'd prefer he not be on stage. I don't, I love and hate him at the same time. There's
Well,
definitely-
I just, because he's a very strong switcher.
Very good switcher. I will
He's-
never take
he
that
is
from him.
Not the most industrious during setup and tear down, though, I
No.
will say.
Yeah, if Industrious is sitting there eating a sandwich while asking you to do all the work, he's the most industrious employee we've ever had.
Yeah.
Okay, but he does have a strong understanding
Yeah,
of the
no, that's
technology.
what fucked him the day that I had with Morro Bay.
Yeah.
He had Nate do the full fucking setup.
Yeah, that's
And
how I got trained here.
Nate was like too high or something was wrong that day because he completely went off the track.
And that's been
It's just sleep deprived.
since the day.
I mean, Nate gets like. I think my insomnia is bad. He'll lie in bed
Yeah.
for 12 hours and sleep for 1.
Yeah,
So,
he's got it.
which, that's obviously a job component problem. I guess I don't think it was because he was stoned. I think it's just,
Yeah.
it's like that when he's sleep deprived.
Well, whatever the reason,
Yeah.
that is where the problem came in.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
they
no,
would-
for sure.
Yeah,
And, it's also a medical issue affecting the
and
lung,
then,
so,
and then his corrections actually started taking him further afield.
yes.
And before we even got,
Oh, yeah.
that's what, the way I see
No,
that
that's-
thing really went down.
Yeah, that's probably, the most realistic
Yeah.
view.
But yeah, I'm already using, I'm using external 2 to run to Zoom. I'm using
Turning to like unprotected live YouTube.
yeah. But it's okay, there's no audio going through. There's just seeing Steve and him sitting right at desk.
But-
If anyone's
but-
watching, which I think we have, wait, let's see.
But what if they're reading Steve's lips for confidential proprietary engineering information?
You show me proprietary. Yeah,
What YouTube account?
it's my personal one. I have no viewers. I can see. It's like, oh, look, yeah, concurrent viewers 1, and it's
That-
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Did you ever catch how
I suppose we should set one up.
a YouTube. We have one.
Oh,
Bob maintains it. Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, cause as
Secret
many as
pornography.
are coming in now that actually want to simulcast.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just as easy with vMix because you can do what, 4 at once or 3 at once?
Yeah.
I think it's 3.
4.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm streaming out to that. I could add 2 others.
That those guys.
It took 2 seconds for me to add in our whatever one we need to add. Well, that's one thing that may need to get added on as we go forward is that there be maybe that you can think of a more dynamic way of doing this, obviously, but then that we will have to configure the stream before they leave or have a set laptop to a set
Yes,
meeting. room.
I have a plan for that.
Okay.
Once we have a firm idea on what we want, once we have a preset we like,
Yeah.
what I can do, we can export that to .vmix files,
Yes.
which are actually just XML that I can manipulate in a script,
Mhm.
and I can just generate presets for every meeting. And
Mm,
actually, what we could do, if Travis uploads plates and lower thirds,
You put that in there too.
yes, I can automatically distribute those to
Yeah, I saw it makes a folder of resources.
with the backup of
That
flash
any
drive.
saved preset I saw makes a saved folder of resources.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's pretty sweet,
It's-
and it could also be that certain ones just live on the computer and you can just click open, but I like the one you're doing better because it updates with the live new CGs. So
Yeah.
I prefer that definitely. We're having a CG meeting tomorrow, right? Or Friday?
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, and there are two approaches to that. You could do you could have it preset, so you just have like dcisc-thirds.pptx and you just update that file with the new thirds from Travis. That would be easiest because then you don't have to reconfigure the preset with every new set of lower thirds. You just have to distribute the new lower thirds. Because I'm just thinking, I can automate all of this and even tie in with Alpha Admin if I want to, but at some point adding complexity isn't necessarily a good idea.
Yeah.
So that also brings up, we need to actually pull a 7500 series off, to dedicate to Travis.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I think that would be the level that he would need. Not
Muted it in 2 places. Corey, good job.
He does own a desktop.
Check 1 2. Check test 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Check 1 2 3 4. Steve Matthew gets shrieked at by shouting harpies over garbage. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check test 1 2. Check 1 2. I've never seen an Irish woman turn red so fast. Check 1. Check 2.
Went insane. Certifiably, they would have.
You're a crazy man. You're crazy.
They would have hauled her out.
She was like, you're crazy, motherfucker. You're crazy.
It was like, oh, Jesus, woman. God damn.
And I immediately, I had a purpose. I brought it in, put it in my own fucking file. Yeah, build them. Okay.
Yeah.
She's, I mean, I do get a little bit. Where's that little bit?
Hanging on top of Nancy's glue bucket. And I just lifted him off the top, didn't even interrupt anything.
Check 1
and
2.
kept
Check
walking.
test 1 2. Check 1 2. Check test 1 2. Check 1 2. Check test 1 2. Check 1 2. Check test 1 2. Test 1 2. Check test 1 2.
Oh,
Nancy's ability to determine what garbage was.
Is that Billy?
And I just went, I just saw fucking garbage that I could fucking use.
Yep. Yeah, that's,
And I didn't even like stack it on my other shit.
well,
I put it
gotta
to
say,
use for its fucking purpose immediately.
I am pretty sure you could drop a nickel into the recycling and the scrap value of the nickel. Would be
Hey, Billy.
Uh,
I don't know if he's hearing. Why am I not hearing? Why am I not hearing this? Okay.
So,
Yeah, wild.
we all should try and empty our garbage cans to the bins
Yeah.
throughout the week, like Wednesday or Tuesday night. And
Yeah.
Nobody
have to actually make up.
Yeah, no, I just need to set like a calendar.
Hey, Billy, you there?
Yeah.
I was, you know, it's the type of thing that I think I'm on Friday, but by then they already.
Yeah. Friday's gotta be Tuesday.
Billy's.
Is that Corey?
That is Corey. How you doing, Billy?
Oh, it's Anthony.
The PIP only place that I see it has any value.
I see you jumped into my test webinar.
During presentation. Consider off-site so that the center can be in a little window. But never so good.
Yeah.
No, where the fuck is Billy? How did he get in?
I have it in IT1 as a test webinar. I must have clicked on that instead of
Oh,
other meeting.
okay.
So I'm just, or maybe just felt like
So
jumping in.
He's up and pushing.
Check 1, 2. Yeah. So yeah, so he's doing some testing. I do need to get going though, and I'm running late. My girl's gonna be mad at me. Okay. Yeah. What's the news?
Yeah.
Fair point.
Did she break her hand this time?
No.
No, actually, that could have happened.
Yeah.
Okay.